The U.S.-run Gaza Humanitarian Foundation says it delivered aid today. Now, distribution sites were previously closed until further notice to press Israeli forces after dozens of Palestinians were killed at different aid sites. Meanwhile, Palestinians held prayers in the ruins of a mosque in Gaza, marking the first day of Eid. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Elizabeth Palmer has the latest on the conflict in Gaza from Tel Aviv.
Hungry Gazans looking for food aid face more uncertainty today. The Gaza Humanitarian Foundation posted on its website first thing this morning that it would be closed, but then a few hours later changed that to say 2 of its distribution hubs would open, although there were no other details, including the opening and closing hours. The foundation employs armed American contractors to run their food distribution. They're the very first U.S. boots on the ground in the war between Israel and Hamas. 3 days in a row earlier this week, the Israeli military opened fire as Gazans surged toward one of GHF's distribution points. 100 people were killed. Yesterday in the U.S., the Boston Consulting Group, the company that helped set up the GHF, fired another of the firm's partners. And as for the main aid supply lines from Israel, our team in Gaza reports that not a single aid truck has crossed the border so far today. There's also fresh controversy in Israel after Prime Minister Netanyahu confirmed that his government was working with at least one Palestinian gang inside Gaza, which was, to use Netanyahu's words, activated to oppose Hamas. As part of the arrangement, Israel's former defense minister says the government has even given them guns. One gang we know of is led by Yasser Shabab, a local warlord who has been accused of looting aid. In a video on Facebook, his gang urged Gazans to come to live in tents that they're setting up in an area they, not Hamas, control. This all really adds up to a turf war fueled by the Israeli government and will almost certainly amp up the violence in Gaza, where civilians dodge bullets as they try to get enough to eat. 9 people died yesterday when out of the blue an Israeli missile exploded in a street crowded with people hoping to buy flour. Today is the Muslim feast of Eid al-Adha. Gazans have dressed in their holiday best and gathered in the ruins of their lives to celebrate simply surviving and to pray for peace. The United Nations reports that food stocks in warehouses are now running dangerously low, and also that about half the community kitchens, that is, the ones feeding the poorest of the poor, have been forced to close, either because they have no food or because the Israeli military have ordered them out of the place where they were operating. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
A dire situation there. Elizabeth Palmer, thank you.